Hi, thank you for joining the stream tonight. We have myself, Mr. Devlin, and on the panel we've got Ben from North Cinematics, and we've got Stealth Slicer. Don't forget to subscribe to their channels, as we'll always do. I'll let them tell you a little about themselves. Oh, hang on a sec. Someone just walked through and given me my tea. It should be up. It looks like it's up on me. He's probably on a delay. Yeah, so I'm going to let the guys introduce themselves. It'll probably be boring for anyone who watches every week, but for people who don't watch the stream live and they might watch it later on, they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves. I'm going to go to Stealth first, and then we'll go over to Ben. So Stealth, a little bit about yourself, what your channel's about, and anything you just want to say.
Evening, everyone. I'm Stealth Slicer. I'm an absolutely tiny fucking YouTuber who just throws out some garbage videos, as Chris T would say. He's not with us tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, I just do stuff on games that I'm currently interested in, and I'm hoping to do some more stuff in the future. Evening, everyone.
And we're over to Ben.
Hello, my name's North Cinematics, and I run a YouTube channel where I do tactical games. Recently published a video about a new up-and-coming Battlefield 3 reality mod based off Project Reality. So hopefully I'll talk about that in this podcast tonight. But yeah, if you want to come join me, check out my channel, North Cinematics.
Excellent. So tonight we're going to do, we've done it before, we're going to do an open mic night tonight, where basically we'll just talk about anything. I think we've all got maybe one or two subjects we want to talk about. I'm probably going to leave myself till last, because there's a little video I want you to watch, and I would like your thoughts about it. So tonight I'm going to be talking primarily about the hacking problem in Modern Warfare, and mainly about streamers that possibly could be hacking, not just your man on the street, not just as a lot of the time they get accused, the Chinese, and I'm not being racist or anything like that, it's just that that's where a lot of the hackers are coming from. So that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to go over to Ben. I think he has got something related to his last video. Please go and check it out at North Cinematics. I think he's going to be talking about something interesting about Battlefield 3.
Yeah, so basically there's a new mod that's going to be released by a bunch of developers that aren't related to the original Project Reality for Battlefield 2. But this mod for me, Battlefield 3, the Reality mod, seems like a very interesting project. It's going to be making Battlefield 3 sort of like a tactical game. And I just really can't wait to see it. It's going to be extending the player count, so you're going to see massive player counts, upwards of 100 plus players. I think they found the limit was like 127 players that could be sort of the maximum for any BF3 server. So they're going to be big player counts, big maps, because also the developers are looking to extend the original BF3 map, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And they're also going to be doing custom maps. They're going to be making custom camos, custom vehicles, all kinds of different custom content. And I just think it's definitely something to really look into. They have got a playtest tomorrow, so if you want to take part in that, join the Discord. I'm sure you can find it if you type in Battlefield 3 Reality Mod Discord. Highly recommend you go check out the Discord. They've got lots of footage there, so if you want to learn more about the game, you want to see it in action. But for me, I'm really excited for this project because it's just something that, you know, Battlefield 3 and mixing that up with tactical gameplay, I think that's going to be really, really exciting. So for me, I'm massively excited. And I think it's definitely something to really keep an eye out.
To watch out for, yeah.
It's, I mean, they're very ambitious, the people, and I don't know much about the developers, and it might be one of those projects where they promise everything and don't really deliver. But if they can deliver, and some of the early footage that I've seen from some of the playtests, it does seem like they're making some good progress. They've got the basic mechanics of a tactical shooter where you can heal yourself, you can heal others.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's kind of a weird mechanic in terms of healing yourself, because obviously they're basing it off the Battlefield 3 mechanics. So when you want to heal yourself, like bandaging that you'd see in like a game like Squad or Hell Let Loose, it's get like a big medic crate that you off Battlefield 3, and you have to kind of put it towards your body, and that's how you sort of bandage yourself. But so they've got that mechanic in. They've got like bandaging, like reviving people. Like medics will have obviously the defibs, and they can go around and they'll just like sort of charge it up a little bit, and then they have to wait for like a bar to go sort of up, and then they revive the player. But it's really interesting what they've done so far. They've also got FOBs that you can put down, so you can spawn your team in. You can put like sort of barricades down. Also, like I think they're aiming to get like turrets and all kinds of different deployable mechanics.
So it's a big project then.
It's really big. It's quite ambitious what they're doing. If they can do it, like from when it initially releases, it's going to be kind of bare bones in terms of what they're offering, but it will get progressively better. I think maybe in like a year's time, it's going to be a really good sort of mod that you want to be.
It sounds really exciting though, especially as it Battlefield 3.
How they've done it, I don't know how they've got around it, because EA are like really like they hate stuff like this. They hate when people are modding the games. I think people are trying to mod Battlefield 4 as well. That's another project that people.
How are they getting around this? But Ben, sorry, can I just put in 1 second? Because again, I like to interact with people. I just want to say hello to security. Chris at CT Gaming Zone, one of the usual panelists. He's got things on tonight. He can't join us, but he's in the chat. And Harem King, just wanted to say thanks for joining. Really good to see you. Yeah, Ben, as I was saying, how have they got around this? I would have thought EA would have been right on top of that.
I really don't know why. It's built on the framework of Venice Unleashed.
Right.
It's sort of like, I'm not sure entirely how it works, but I'm sure someone in the comments will know. But it's basically just, it's like taking the Battlefield 3 sort of engine and making it into their own sort of tool. And
because Chris is actually talking about that with Harem just at the moment. I mean.
Okay.
Maybe he knows a bit more.
He probably knows more about that. I really don't know how they've actually managed to get around it and sort of get around the fact that, because you'd think bring it in, because they want to bring in new assets for this reality mod. So you'd think that they'd probably get banned for that, because obviously they're bringing in assets that were originally in the game. So
yeah.
I don't know how they're doing that, to be honest, but if they can get around it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it partially at least comes down to hosting and that. 'Cause if you're putting it on a private server and you're not running all the standard anti-cheat and such, yeah, you're opening up backdoors for hackers and shit. But you'd easily get around simple shit like, oh, your game files are different or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what? You know how anal EA are, though.
Come in and say.
Do you think they will?
Yeah, I feel this is the sad thing about this mod is they're promising all this thing, and it's going to be, if they can do it, it's going to be a really interesting mod for Battlefield 3, and I think it could get a lot of players back. But I think they'll be halfway through, and EA possibly could come in and go, you know what, we don't want this. We want to shut down this mod. I think, I'm not sure if that sort of happened with Project Reality. I know it didn't get shut down, but EA were a bit anal about that as well.
Right. Because Chris is actually, I don't know if you're watching the chat at the moment. Chris at CT Gaming Zone said Venice Unleashed is basically a code-based addition to the Frostbite engine. You literally expand upon the engine. That's how it works. But then he goes on to say that they aren't having problems because they aren't allowing pirated copies. You must own the game to have it to work. Right. But do they not have something in their terms and conditions that you cannot alter any part of the game? Because that's what is that not what hackers do? The people who make the hacks.
That's the issue with terms of service and such. Terms of service or terms of use, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're incredibly subjective, especially for software. Like,
Right.
we all know what YouTube's terms of services are like.
Yeah, shit.
They'll pull you.
You can't even say shit.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Terms of service are deliberately that obscure, so if they don't want it, they can get rid of it and justify it. The issue with this is you say modified files, and people think, "Oh, hackers and that." But then if EA suddenly realizes, "Oh shit, this mod is doing better than Battlefield,"
Yes,
it's
yes.
costing us all of our funds and shit in further Battlefield purchases, they can go, "That's modified files, breach terms of service, shut it down."
Well, they could, and they're in. I suppose they're in the right to do that. Like if they want to,
Yeah.
Because it is their property at the end of the
It's
day.
in the terms of service. It's in the terms of service. There's nothing to get around that. And at the end of the day, people are paid to write intentionally vague terms of service.
Yeah, so that they're always in control, really. So
Oh hell yeah!
it's
Nothing
Yeah.
stops them.
it's like they want to add completely new factions and stuff to the game in the mod. So
Which would be nothing but a good thing. You
which
know?
would be I'd love to if it can work. And I mean, it has been in development, I believe, for like at least 2 years. So
I wonder if Chris knows.
they've managed to get it this far, so I can't see why EA would come in now and say, "Oi, stop it."
Well, that's the thing. I
No.
think now that things are, above board, so to speak, i.e., people are knowing about it and people are taking notice, eventually EA is going to take a look at it and they're going to give it a cursory yay or nay.
Yeah, and I think it will be entirely up to them at the end of the day. Chris said it's not the first. They did this in Battlefield 2. Is it the same people, Ben, do you know, who did it in Battlefield 2?
It's not the same. It's not the same developers. They're not affiliated to Project Reality for BF2 in any way.
Right,
So these are
right.
completely different people. I don't know much about the team, but they seem passionate. I don't think they're not like a well-known studio or anything. It's just sort of like a past.
Do you think it's just some guys that can code and they've just got together and...
Most mod teams are like that. They're
Pretty
just
much.
the guys working on a passion project, and usually one of four things happens to them. They finish the project, they move on to a different project. Whoever's stuff they're working on tells them to fuck off, or whoever's stuff they're working on gives them a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing floor
Exactly.
They made them
Exactly.
They made a studio.
Was that
They
right?
made an IP.
Red Orchestra as well. They were like a completely modern team. Yeah.
Well, so was NWI. They started off as a modding team, didn't they?
Yeah.
Do you excuse me, guys? I have to get
What
something out
happened
of the oven. So
No.
I'll return soon.
No problem. I think it's a really interesting project because I really like Battlefield 3. I wasn't massive on 2. I know Chris, one of our panelists, he was really big on Battlefield 2. So you're saying, Ben, it is completely different mod team developers, whatever you want to call them?
No way affiliated to the original, because apparently the Battlefield 2 people who made the Project Reality, they didn't want to be affiliated with this mod for whatever reason. They just wanted to have no part with it.
Right.
They're completely steering away from it.
Sure. And Chris is actually saying Battlefield apparently happened because of a mod for an older game. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I definitely didn't know that. Chris, if you can get it on as quick as possible, do you know what the mod for what game was? That'd be quite interesting to know that, because I actually didn't know that. I mean, obviously you didn't, Ben. So it was something I didn't actually know about. Let's have a look. Venice Unleashed is a completely different team. He's saying, yeah. So he's agreeing with you that it's a different mod team. Do these people not all work together though? Do you know what I mean? Do they all not? Is there not some sort of community where they all sort of collaborate with each other? I really don't know.
I don't know myself. This was something I got into like a couple of days ago when I made the video. But I've seen them on they've got like a Discord. The Venice Unleashed, they've got their own Discord, and plus the Reality mods, they've got their own Discord where they talk about stuff. But I'm not sure if they collaborate. Maybe they do. I'm not really sure. But again, that'll be up to someone else if they know. I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know much, Ben, to be honest, but I'm sure if they're using some of their elements
Yeah, they must
from the game,
collaborate,
the models, I know Chris said you've got to own the game, but I think the team that's doing this has to manipulate the code somewhere, has to change the code somewhere, because I think Chris said something before, something about tanks having infinite ammo. Oh, there it is. Although I saw some insider stuff, tanks with infinite ammo and nukes instead of bombs. Have you not got to physically change the code for that to happen?
Maybe. Oh, well, yeah, I would assume so. So, I mean, manipulating code and stuff, that's why I'm a bit worried about them.
Will it disappear?
Yeah, but hopefully it doesn't. It's been in the public eye for a long time, so I wouldn't. You'd have to assume that EA
know about it.
Yeah, they must have known about it by now.
And they've obviously not done anything. So,
well, the bigger. So big YouTubers have done videos about things like Venice Unleashed. So
have they? Like who?
I've not Lossy, and I think AKR as well. People who like the Game Changer program. They've videos on it. So it's not like they don't know. They're obviously clued on to it. But
I've never seen anything. In all fairness, I've never seen anything. But I've been back at work this week, so I've been quite busy and I've been going to bed early. I've not seen anything, and because of Chris, I'm quite interested in this sort of stuff. I should actually get into it more, because I keep saying to Chris I want to get not involved as such, but I would like to play some of these mods.
Yeah, I think you should definitely get involved with them. There's some really interesting mods that are being created.
Well, Chris is actually saying that's what he said. It only adds code, nothing else. So it doesn't manipulate. Is that what you're saying, Chris? It doesn't manipulate the code. It just adds more code. I suppose they could get away with it in that sense.
Yeah, but is it? I don't know. Is it touching with EA's code? Is it
actually just going in the code anyway? Can they? I suppose, like Stel said before, that if they decide or don't decide, it'll be entirely up to them. If they think, "Oh, let them get on with it," they can do it. And if not,
they don't just let them.
Well, I think and it'll be a reinsurgence for the game, because people will think, "Oh, right, I've never played Battlefield 3, and I'll go and play the original game. All I knew about was this mod."
Well, that's the thing. They're not. They're saying you've got to have a legitimate copy of that game. So it's not like they're saying, "Okay, we're going to build a completely standard."
Yes, and we're going to distribute that as a mod stroke game.
Yeah, and they're saying you have to buy EA's product before you can even play our mod. So for me, it's like
it could be a win-win for them.
Yeah, but
see, that's where the problem is, I think, and I don't know if Chris or yourself will agree with me. That's where they've gone wrong, because I think it was after Battlefield 2 they stopped mod support, I believe, and they've really had to. These clever guys who do the mods have really had to delve deep to be able to do, to be able to actually do it. I don't know
what they do. I don't understand how they do it, but yeah, it's pretty impressive what they're doing with all the things that are placed, like the barriers that have been put in place by EA and stuff to stop them modding.
Yeah.
Managed to get around it.
Yeah, they're still doing it. I don't know how though, because surely you'd have to have some copy of the Frostbite engine, or a copy or a version of the Frostbite engine, first of all, to learn it. Yeah. I mean, it's easy if it's something like in I can't remember the Epic. Unreal Engine. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. It went totally on my head, because everyone uses it.
Yeah.
But not many people, unless you're a part of EA and DICE, would be familiar with that. Yeah.
So with like Unreal Engine 4, it's all open source. You can do whatever you want with Unreal Engine 4. They're not really bothered. But like with a Frostbite engine, you've got to get to grips with that engine, because I think the argument that EA always used to make was the reason for no modding was because nobody would understand Frostbite if they
probably.
Well, that's what they used to say.
Yeah, it was too hard. Even the developers said it was too hard.
too hard, and that's kind of like they were saying, okay, well, you can't create mods because basically you're just not.
Because that's why the guys who were doing FIFA started complaining because it went on the Frostbite engine, didn't it?
Yeah.
And they said it's just not what we used to. It's not. It's great for graphics and great for sound, but it's just not what they were used to. But Chris just said there, they can mod Hardline and Battlefield 4 now.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 you can mod. And
right.
I don't know about Battlefield
Hardline.
Not sure about that one. But yeah, I've seen like AKR. He made a video saying that people were trying to mod Battlefield 4 to increase the player count to I think it was like 240 players or something.
Oh, I think I actually seen that. And did they not get somewhere with that? Did it nearly happen?
It nearly happened. I'm not sure how it went, but it's interesting that they're even trying to mod Battlefield 4. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see mods for that one.
Oh, so would I. I'd go back to Battlefield 4 all day long. I would go back to Battlefield 4. I loved it. Well, as you know, that's my favourite Battlefield. It might be not everyone's, but Battlefield 4 was pretty much my favourite Battlefield, I think. I don't know if Stealth's back. Are you back, Stealth? No, he's not back. So I'll just briefly go over what that mod's all about, Ben, and then we can move on.
What Battlefield?
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, if you're interested, obviously not everyone's interested in tactical shooters and that kind of stuff, but if you were interested in, say, Project Reality, you like squads, or even if you just play Battlefield 3, it's just something unique, really, that's different to anything that's been done in Battlefield 3, and I think it's just giving it a new life, really.
But it has the feel of Battlefield 3. Is that? But hardcore tactical.
Yeah, they've changed. So I think what they've done is absolutely fantastic. Like they've reduced like the player movement in terms of like sprinting, so it's a bit slower. So it fits in with that more methodical gameplay.
Sure.
But it definitely, from what I've seen, it definitely has the feel of just Battlefield 3, sort of the typical Battlefield 3, and I think a lot of people were trying to get used to understanding that it was a tactical shooter within Battlefield 3.
Right.
People were playing it basically how you would Battlefield 3, just running around, trying to capture points, you know.
Yeah.
The damage model is completely different in that mod where it's a one-shot kill.
Sure.
But it's going to be interesting to see what they can do with this and the mechanics that they can add as well. I think there's because in terms of like tactical games that you have now with squad, they don't have any destruction. So with Battlefield 3, with the reality mod, and obviously,
yeah,
3 having
so they get best of both worlds.
Yeah, you get everything, but it's one of them, you know, with anything where they'll promise you the world, but it's like, can they actually deliver on it? If they can deliver,
it could be something very special.
Something really special.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously watched your video. Don't forget to go over to Ben and North Cinematics. Subscribe to his channel. He's got a video over there. You can watch that, and it'll tell you a little bit more about what we've just been talking about. So anyway, so just in time. So did you have a subject yourself tonight, Stealth?
No, honestly, not really. I'm just giving commentary tonight.
All right, okay. So I'm going to talk about something that's been talked about on Twitter an awful lot just recently. It's been talked about in general since the release of the game, and that's the hacking problem that we've got in Modern Warfare. But recently, there's been an upsurge of people accusing some of the bigger players and some of the big streamers of actually hacking themselves. Now, there's a guy called Symphony. He's massive, and it's spelt in a wonky way. Not going to even attempt to spell it. But he's been accused for a long time of hacking. What bothers me is that himself and some of the biggest streamers are actually saying that he's doing it on purpose. He's out there, he's trolling us now. But I think it's just that he's been caught. So what I'm going to do, there's a guy that's brought out a video of basically footage of this Symphony guy playing Warzone. I think it was just Warzone, and I think what we'll do is just I'll put the video on, and we can sort of describe. I'll keep starting and stopping it, and we'll see if the people out there that are watching the stream ourselves think it's hacking or not, or is he just a god mode player? So I'm going to put it up now. Let's have a look. No, I'm not going to put it up now. Let's have a look. I've got it here somewhere.
Bear in mind,
So it's here.
behind at different speeds, Devlin.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's only a little bit, but
Right. So
I'm plus 30 seconds behind.
So you'll see, we'll see each instance, and then what we can do is then stop, and obviously we'll see sort of people's reactions. Now, I can't see the chat at the moment, so you guys are going to have to, like, if possible, moderate the chat and put it to me, because I've got this on the screen now. So the first clip, I'll play it, and then we can give our reaction.
Yeah, let's do clip by clip.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not laughing, man.
Harem King said,
Alright.
COD is already casual enough. If you use cheats, you are either an aimless idiot or a lobotomite.
And I totally agree. I totally agree. Now, I don't know if the clip's come up yet,
Yeah, it's up.
but I've stopped it. So,
What we'll do is we'll let you run it.
okay.
Once you've done it, we'll stop.
Yeah.
We'll discuss.
Yeah. So did you see that clip?
I'm watching it literally now.
Right. Okay. So I'll pull it back again.
Okay. I saw what you were getting at here.
Yeah.
Devlin, actually, this is completely on the fucking fly, and I know it's going on stream, but hey, stream us your Discord via Discord, and then we'll see.
Oh, so suppose so. Right. What I'll do is I'll just go to the. Let me think, because intermission. I'm going to put it on starting soon again. So if anyone's watching, just hang about. We'll keep talking. I'm putting starting soon again on because the intermission's completely different.
Chris is hitting just absolute nail on the fucking head here. This dude's aimbotting. Like I in my fucking God knows how many years of gaming do not need to say it anymore to know that man was running an aimbot at that point in time. I do not give a shit if this man claims to be trolling, if he is trolling, if he is not trolling. The bottom line of this is yes or no, and the answer to that is yeah. He is running an aimbot.
Yeah, and that's not even the one that's quite a lame one.
The first flick out towards the bus is very odd. That's very, very odd.
Well, if you look when he goes near the tank.
The important thing to know that proves it's an aimbot is he is firing, he's engaging one target. He triggers the aimbot, continues firing through the aimbot. He expects it to go to another guy, but it goes to a tank. And he's like, oh shit, I need to stop firing now. His reactions are completely the wrong way around. In any normal player, you engage a target, you transition to a target, then you fire. You do not fire as you are transitioning to a target unless you have already acquired them.
Yeah,
that was
I know what you mean.
what?
Yeah.
Right.
Over fucking. I'd say that was probably like 110, 120 degree turn. No.
It's just not right, is it?
Everyone's
Nothing
saying in the chat that's still on starting soon.
Yeah, we haven't got it out yet, guys.
Hang on. I don't know if you can see it. Is it up now on the... Can you see it on the Discord now?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's that clip once again. So we've gone through that, but here's that clip again. So... But did you see how he aimed at that tank thing there?
Yeah.
And then he ran out. He couldn't even see him, and then he ran out.
Yeah, he was engaging the tank.
Now, exactly. Now, watch this. Watch top left window.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
See what I mean?
You know how he was acting in there? He was like, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ!" It's like,
And do you know what? Everyone's saying every time he sees. I'm going to put it back on for the other people to see now. So I'm going to pull it back to that one again. So Every time, that's a good thing Ben just said then, you can tell when he's got the hacks on because he says things like, I'm done, oh my God. And if you listen, he always says, I'm done. So here's that clip again. The guy's on the stream. Watch, top left.
Oh my,
Yeah.
okay. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the other thing about that is he fires the perfect number of perfect.
Exactly. Right, so,
Too perfect.
and the one on the upstairs, he got hit markers.
Yeah.
Now he's saying he's doing that to troll people. So what he's saying is, so he'll randomly kill someone and aim anywhere just so you think he's doing it. But my argument is he's getting hit markers.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing,
God,
though.
we're
He
trolling.
is. It's immaterial what this man says at this point. We've already established in the first clip
He's
alone
not trolling.
that
I know he's hacking.
also it doesn't matter if he's trolling or not. This is below contempt. This is immaterial. We shouldn't give a shit what he's fucking doing at this point. He can claim it's trolling. This is below trolling. This is like, you have the shitbags who genuinely hack to play. You have him, and then you have genuine actual trolling. Trolls are putting in more effort and they're producing more quality content than he is.
This guy is massive, and you know he supports him, which is a horrible thing. Fucking kids.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
fucking,
I know.
this is my point. This is my point. This is all completely below to me because it's not going to change a thing. We already established that this man's an absolute shitbag.
Yeah.
Well, believe me, you have seen nothing yet. I'm going to start again. No, where was that person?
Because they think he's
Look!
the game. They think they pay him because the gamebot didn't work there.
But look,
Who was like,
Yeah, I know.
oh yeah, fuck that.
so he's shot in the wall.
How much map knowledge
Exactly.
you know where someone is if you can't
Behind the
see them?
wall.
You can't see them, you can't kill them.
Oh, that's absolutely hilarious.
Jesus Christ. And then comes outside, knows exactly where he is to finish him off.
No, I don't know what anyone says. Even if you're amazing at the game, MLG,
He is good. He is apparently MLG. He is good.
you can't see them.
And you can. No,
How
it's
can you
truth.
just know
It's
that
truth.
someone's there?
It's truth.
It's
Definitely.
It just
I
doesn't make any
bet.
sense.
I would bet fucking money
Anything.
if any normal person went up against this man on
They'd be-
unbiased setup, his situational fucking awareness would be that of a shovel. I don't give a shit who this fucking kid is. Bottom line is he's beneath contempt to me. I don't give a shit.
And the bottom line is Activision love him. Activision love him.
And this is my point. Activision
So-
love him 'cause he's bringing in the views. He's bringing on the base.
Look.
And
Got him close.
that looks legitimate.
That doesn't. What's he aiming up there for? Look, he knows someone's up there.
Why is he firing?
And then his friend says, I got him, I think. So,
Wait, do you guys do any
You
live
can
ones?
you
or
can
no?
tell that he is.
oh, here. Watch this. Watch this.
Look at this. This is the one. we were
Watch
talking
this.
about.
Boom.
Oh,
What? What?
That's not even human.
It's not possible. Because it stopped. Did you see the gun stopped?
And
You know
It
what's also good. We look at this and we see the gunplay in it is just wrong, but you can also see his psychology is also completely wrong. Can we just see
you
the containers again, please, Devlin? Just
The what? Where are we going? These.
Yeah.
Right.
Start this one. I just want to point something out to this.
Oh, right,
Click it
look
back a bit
down,
further,
look
a bit
down, look
further.
down.
Yeah, he's low.
Just showing. Wait, do
I
you guys
don't know
do
if
any
Devlin's
live
gone.
ones or no?
No, I'm here.
Put it back to the start of the containers. I want to show it.
Right at the back of this. Right to the start.
When
Okay.
he gets the first kill by
Hang on.
the bottom of the.
All right. Okay. Okay. So here. Right.
Yeah. Pay very close attention to how he reacts when the aimbot fails. So kill,
Got him close. There's one on top,
aimbot
Grace.
triggers. Look
Oh, you're right. Actually, it was completely different. It was.
there. His psychology is saying my aimbot has found something up there.
Turn it off because I know he's there.
Yeah, exactly. You can tell that not only is his
This makes me laugh.
I'm trying to
No,
watch
this
his
is hilarious.
arm to see how it.
Look.
because it doesn't even move properly.
No.
When you actually see him, look at his arm movement. It doesn't move.
And do you know what? He's been asked to put a webcam on his hand movement, his keyboard and mouse, and he won't do it.
Yeah, it's not going to fucking happen because this
Nah.
guy has absolutely not got like stand on. Because I mean, we've got him on 3 fucking counts. 1, he's making completely illogical plays. 2, his inputs are insane. And 3, his psychology is just wrong.
Can someone check the chat for me? Because I don't want to think we're ignoring them. Sorry if you're on the chat saying anything.
Saying
Put him in
fuck-
Is he going off his tits? He'll be going off his tits.
He'll be
Oh,
shamed
yeah.
off internet
Yeah.
forever.
He's actually you see the scary thing is he's actually decent. He's a decent player. He doesn't need this, but it's a well-known fact that when you do put him in tournaments and that, he's nowhere near as that good.
Yeah, 'cause
But-
this is the thing. Most people who hack fall into 1 or 2 broad categories: utter shite, or actually really quite competent.
I know.
If you are in the, doing something like this, trying to show hacks and such, whatever, you need to have the competence to counterweight it. Essentially, you need to have areas where you can play well, but also shit enough to throw distraction. Essentially, you're running interference.
So is the chat? They say is the chat with us? Is the chat saying that? Yeah, it's fucking hacking.
If people need to feel like Twitch streamers like this, he does it full time. He feels like he needs to be the best of the best. He can't just be good.
Oh, no,
He needs to be amazing. And that's
I
why
know.
he's probably gone to the hack,
I know.
which is it's not an
Oh, of course
excuse.
he is.
He shouldn't have
It's-
done it. But it clear to me that
Twitch-
he's hacking.
Yeah.
There's no question about.
Yeah, there's definitely something.
Analyze it. He's hacking.
I think he's got 2 on though. I think he's got an aimbot, and I also think he's wall hacking because even right. Do you know? That's what I'm saying. I think he's running both.
So, because surely you see the wall hack on stream, surely.
Well, you don't. No, you don't.
Wall hacking is you're thinking of the very traditional wall
Yeah,
hack where you
that's
can
what I'm
see
thinking
things.
Yeah, you can see the red box.
Yeah, there is also wall hacks where essentially what it does, it's very similar to an aimbot. It's almost a hybrid, where what it does is it essentially pings your location and pings the next nearest entity to you.
Right.
And just looks you at it essentially. So it doesn't matter if it's behind a fucking wall. That's what
okay,
happened
that's
with the
clever.
tank in my
Yeah.
mind. I think this man's running some sort of hybrid of the 2.
Right.
First clip, he opens up on the bus. There's a guy visible. That's fine. He holds fire, expecting to leap to the guy that's near him. But the next nearest player is behind the tank, not behind the bus. So he suddenly careens around, thinks, I need to stop shooting, then re-engages on the man. I think it's some sort of hybrid.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'll let this clip run out because it's quite entertaining and disgusting at the same time. But we can just sort of keep jumping in when I'll just make comments. So look, he knows someone's there already. I mean, look at him snap. Look, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Look, right? No. And he's trolling. He's trolling.
All right.
So he knew exactly where. Didn't he get
Yeah.
a headshot as well?
Yes.
I think a headshot.
Yeah, he got a headshot.
Come on.
Look! And this is a guy. Other bigger streamers are saying this guy's not hacking.
Oh.
Like Tim the Tatman is saying he's not hacking. Look! Look! To the wall! Look, he's shooting at the fucking wall!
Hacks didn't work.
Guys behind the building.
Look!
See, yeah, he's pinging to the next
I think
nearest
it's behind the building. I think
entity.
it's-
I've
no,
seen this
I think
shit
it's behind the
1,000
building.
times before.
Ball back at West too.
Oh, I love that people are defending this man.
Yeah, they are. Big streamers.
I don't give a
Big Even Stroud said
It's like.
I don't.
he's firing at nothing. Well, he's obviously firing at something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
He shouldn't know they're there.
Look!
Why is he firing at that wall?
Exactly. There's probably someone in there. Look!
Oh, it's beautiful.
I bet the stream, I bet the chat is definitely on our side on this. Look.
Oh, they are. I mean, grant there's only 2 people there, but hey, guys. Yeah, look,
bottom
just this man is beneath contempt. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. You can see it's fake. You can see it's fake. Rewind that clip.
Right, hang on.
$500.
Let me get.
See, it's a load of shit.
What's this?
You can see his fucking hand in the background of that. When he
Yeah,
opens
exactly.
up, He throws his mouse
you like
massively.
now?
Watch his hand.
No, no.
Throws
Yeah, and he's not. It's exactly. Look, you're right.
Look his arm.
He's not even moving the same as that. I know.
Wait for it. It happens a second time in a minute. He engages. He turns around. There you go. See.
Make sure
What the fuck was that?
Pull that back again. Pull that back again, Devlin. Just when he pulls.
It's madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see his arm move. That is on his mouse. It's not registering as an input.
Look what? Watch. Just look.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make.
It's not. It's not going in with the movement of the gun itself.
It's not working, and then.
And then that flick at the end.
Yeah, the flick. It's that flick,
Watch
and you
the
go.
flick. Watch
Well, it doesn't even go. It doesn't even
You
go.
can't even say that you're picking your fucking mouse up. You still get a wiggle. You
Yeah,
get that loss
yeah.
of contact from your mouse.
Yeah.
Why is nobody covering this? Like, that's clear evidence.
I mean, they are because
I know 8 forces.
Hey Thoughts, yeah, Stud Muffin got on it. Simon B1471, he got on it. And this video is from another guy that I think it was August. He sort of put this up. Look! Look!
That's enough evidence for you there.
But he's not, you know what? He's not getting banned. He's getting supported. And
Can you support that?
I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting.
Come on.
It's very easy how you can support this.
Well, I'm coming off this because it's now beginning to fucking annoy me.
If you have the best headset in the world, you can't know where they.
Nah.
You can't just track them through through a tent. You can't just and through a wall as well. He's just shooting, like knowing where they are.
Yeah,
That to me is 100% hacking. There's no meme. There's no trying to troll the internet because it was Reddit that initially called him out about it. But that to me is blatant fucking hacking.
That's his excuse,
I'll-
by the way.
I'll
Is that
give
his
it-
excuse that it was?
He's saying he's trolling people.
I'll give it to him. He's got balls fucking saying that. But at the end of the day, mate, fuck you. You are
trolling. You're
I know.
utter
Yeah.
crap.
So hacking.
Below contempt. I don't give a shit if this man is better than me in a legitimate game. The point is, he's made himself below contempt.
He is very good. Apparently, he is generally. It doesn't. No, you're
I
right.
don't care if you that's not normal behaviour of like someone playing a game. That's
No, but they get it. See, that's the problem. This is my issue with people, companies like Activision, people, these bigger streamers that are supporting him. Is that you as a company and you as a community of streamers are letting people like that get away with it. I don't care what anyone says. You look at that as some sort of evidence, and that says to me 100% hacking all day long.
yeah. 100%.
It's utter crap, but at the end of the day, we all have to remember business is business.
It's true as well. He actually does rant. He has sort of wipeouts when you watch him on stream, and he has really mad big arguments. Harden must know who it is. It's Symphony. I don't care. I think you're a hacker, mate. If anyone of his simps come on here, I honestly don't care. I don't care from that, just from that evidence alone and from what I've watched. And I don't like calling hack. I honestly don't like calling hack, but that is hacking.
Yeah, I'm entirely with that. 'Cause, I mean, again, I'm not the best game player. I will openly admit that I'm pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
But as I say, I don't give a shit. You can say what you want. This man's beneath contempt in my book, and fuck him.
And you know, there's a lot of people I used to watch that I will not watch now because they've come and tried to defend him, and they're laughing. They say like people like Tim the Tap Man. I will never watch that fat fucking tattooed prick again.
You said it was the other one.
Stroud, believe it or not, says I've done that, and I thought to myself, there's nowhere in this earth I've seen Stroud flick that fast.
Even Stroud, I haven't seen him play like that, and shoot through the walls as well, like instantly knowing where they are. It's like, come on. Like
Oh
PA.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you know he's up to something there. Like,
Yeah, definitely. And I think, I think it's a very clever move, him saying, "Oh, I'm just doing it to troll the internet and blah blah blah." It's a very very clever move, that, because I started looking. There's a clip where the clip he got called out on Reddit, where basically it was the beginning of the video, and what happened was he jumped over the wall, shot someone in a window, and there was a truck. He shot at the truck, and he got two separate. You couldn't see anyone in there. He got two separate hit markers, jumped over the wall to the entrance of the truck, or the back opening of the truck, and lo and behold, there was two people in there. But in the clip, he actually aims up into the sky. So he's saying, "Well, why did I aim at nothing in the sky?" Do you know what I think? Someone was probably coming out of the gulag, and they weren't there just yet, because you know how they
That's
come.
a good point. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because a lot of the times in games like that, you need to have a spawn point or a ready, or I call them ready rooms, but they're essentially places that are outside the standard map that you essentially need to spawn in, render, and basically pre-ready an entity before you can actually place it in the game world. Halo is very, very well known for this. Halo's cutscene rooms, for example, all of the cutscenes you see in Halo 3, for example, all pre-rendered. They are all real places within the map, and it's very common for game devs to do, because they're preloaded.
Because a lot of people on Reddit say, if you watch, sometimes you'll see that Symphony's gun sort of point downwards. Because apparently,
beneath the map is very common.
Beneath the map is the gulag, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you can imagine, if he's walking over the gulag and his gun just flips down, that apparently the gulags.
Yeah, because he's seen players in the gulag, so the aimbots.
Yeah, that's why sometimes you'll hear guns, you'll hear gunfire or some sort of noise. Say you're doing a bit of camping, whatever, that I never do, obviously. So you'll hear a gun noise and you think, "Oh, there's someone there." It's probably the gulag underneath the map.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, the difference between the two is it's standard game dev. Like, honestly, this shit has exposed hackers in the past, and hey, we've seen it yet again. But the bottom line is,
So the general consensus is he's a hacker. We don't care what anyone else says, all his chums and his fellow streamers, because I'm calling hack anyway.
Oh yeah, the bottom line is, mate, fucking run it on a clean PC, run it on a setup environment, and also give us fucking keylogs.
Let's see your mouse movement that corresponds to your fucking video movement.
Give us keylogs. Give us fucking.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be good, actually.
Give us your fucking task manager, because I want to see what background processes you're running, mate.
But yeah, exactly, that'd be it. Stick Task Manager on, but they can hide it from Task Manager, can't they? Or they could call it something else. Because remember that guy that got banned from some tournament? He was a Korean guy, I think, and he called it Word EXE.
Yeah, I know.
And they had to look through and then they thought, well, why have you got Word on a gaming PC that's just here for this tournament? So that's how they got him.
See, that's stupid.
Yeah, he called it Word.exe.
This is my point. You want to see Task Manager not for hacks.exe. You want to see Task Manager to find the fucking background.
Yeah, exactly.
PowerPoint.
I guarantee you that if you were on a fresh setup machine, you will have nothing but that game running and standard background processes.
Yeah, especially for because it was actually in a tournament.
He just randomly had Word open.
Honestly, it was mad, and he tried to snap the what they called the people who watch, like the supervisors. He was pushing his hand away. He says, "No, mate." He says, "You're having it, Word exe." But obviously got banned. I think. I don't know. Was it? No, it wasn't the FaZe one. The Indian FaZe team. It was.
I know.
Do you know which one I mean? He was right at the end.
Did you say he was Korean or something?
I think he was Korean. Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who he was from?
I can't remember. It was one of these. I don't know, but it was a big tournament anyway, and he called it Word EXE. So sometimes I suppose, but it's like I have lots of shit. I could say I was an elite player and I was that good, and someone said, "Let's see your task manager." You'll see shitloads of stuff on mine because I work with one PC, so all my rendering stuff's on there, all my editing software's on there, all my music apps are on there, and so you would see an awful lot of shit. And if you just pass one that I named that aimbot as, for argument's sake, Premiere Pro.exe, you wouldn't know. You'd just see that as running as a process.
Oh yeah. And that's my point. Like, you want to have a peek into those processes. You want to have a poke around, see what they are, where they're running, where their actual fucking DXEs and shit are located on your drive. You want to dig into them. But this is again what I'm saying. If it's on a clean PC, you're going to have nothing other than the game running. If something else is running, I don't give a shit if it's been carefully disguised. It's going to pop up, even if it's in the background processes. Something will be out of place because whoever built that PC will know what should be running on it at that point in time.
Well, especially in the tournament, because all you'll have on is you'll have your operating system and you'll have that game. Because the last thing you want in a tournament is anything else interrupting the way that the game plays, the performance of the game. So he got caught out, but in general, maybe it's a bit controversial. You know, if it's a single player or a campaign, I don't really have an issue with it. It's just like online multiplayer.
If it's affecting other players,
because it's spoiling other people's experience of the game. Because how frustrated would you be? Exactly. How frustrated would you be if you were having a decent game? Say you were getting you've got 10 kills in Warzone, then you're in the last circle. There's 4 or 5 people, and one of them's a hacker, and you've done so well, and then all of a sudden, because of that one person's selfishness, you've in effect maybe lost where you would have got a win in Warzone.
Oh yeah, but I mean, this just comes down to fucking people being assholes at the end of the day. But I think that we should bring back what a handful of games do. I'm pretty sure Battlefield did this at one point.
What was that?
No, Titanfall did it. Titanfall 1, which is if you are found to be a hacker, you are barred from all standard servers. And what they did was they actually ran servers with no hack protection. So everyone who was marked as a hacker
was put in that server, right? Yeah.
Fuck yourselves.
No, exactly. Alpha Gaming, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming along. He said, have you heard about, I think he's one of your subs as well, Ben. Have you heard about the release of Mafia Definitive Edition? I haven't actually.
I really want to play that. I'm as soon as I get my graphics card.
Well, hey, can we talk about that before we finish the stream? We'll talk about your experience, Ben. But go on.
I was just going to say, so when I get my graphics card, I can't wait to play Mafia Definitive Edition. I've seen
it's Ali. It's Ali Aladdin. Is it Aladdin?
Yeah. No, I can't wait for it. I've seen some positive reviews from it. So it seems like it's a decent remake, but I've never played Mafia 1, so it's like a new game for me. But yeah, I can't wait for it.
Talk about your graphic card experience from just to finish off, because we're nearly an hour actually, and we said we'd be about an hour tonight. Right from the beginning. Here's Ben from North Cinematics. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel, and don't forget to subscribe to Stealth Slicer 77. Ben's going to tell you about his experience from the beginning, because he was going to get a 3000 series graphic card. Off you go, Ben.
Okay, so I was waiting to get a 380. Like a lot of people, they were excited for the 380. They were telling you all these things, saying it's better than the 2080 Ti. I got sucked in to that hype basically, and I was getting ready midnight. I was up there. I was ready to buy one. I missed out on the midnight release because some websites were going a bit earlier than they should have. And then I waited for the 2 o'clock release. I think it was on the 17th of September. Because I was being a bit naive, to be honest.
See you later, Chris.
I was not understanding how hard it was to actually get a graphics card. And so I sold my 2080 Super thinking, oh yeah, I'll just get a graphics card day one. It'll be easy. Well, I knew it was going to be
All right.
difficult, but I didn't realize how difficult it was actually going to be. So I wait for the release. I'm thinking I'm going to get one. And then they go live, and literally within seconds, they're just gone. I don't know how many they actually had in sale, but it pretty much just went instantly. So I was like, the website that I was watching, that they instantly sold out. So I go to the next website. I go to Overclockers, thinking,
Do, 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 do,
it
do,
says
do.
add to cart. We're getting stock on the 18th of September. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll go for this one quick. The website was it was horrible to use. It was crashing whilst I was doing it.
Because you kept asking me, is it up? And I said, it's not for
Yeah,
me. It wasn't
I
up for me.
Yeah, so it was crashing whilst I was doing it. I clicked add to cart. I add to cart. I pay for it. I said to you, didn't I? I was like, oh, God, I've got a 380. I was properly excited.
Oh, it's coming in 2 days.
I was like, I paid for like next day delivery.
Next day deliver. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I've got one here. I've got a 380. And I was
You
telling
don't
my
reject
mates
orders,
as well.
do they?
No, listen, still
I
listen.
was telling my mates as well. I was like, oh God, you never guess what? I've got a
I've got it.
And he was like, how did you get a 380? And I said, I got it from Overclockers. So he goes to Overclockers and he buys one as well. He tells me, I've got a 380 as well.
I said that, Harden.
And he said, and I said to him, I said, how you got a 380? Like they're selling out instantly to everyone. He was like, oh yeah, I've got a 380, whatever. So we've both got our pre-order.
380s.
But we thought that we had the 380s in, and then we got told by Overclockers that we were in this massive queue of like pre-orders. So I get proper pissed off because they're not even telling us where we are in the queue. They're just basically saying, you've paid for a card and we'll tell you when we're going to give it you, basically.
We'll give it you just whenever.
Yeah, we'll tell you whenever. And still, they still haven't even told the people who have bought
No.
about the queues still now. So it's been at least like a month or whatever.
And tell them what it said in the small print. After 14 days.
Oh, was it 30 days or so?
Oh, was it?
You had to cancel your pre-order within like 14 or 30 days or whatever.
As you wouldn't get a refund.
Okay.
And that was like in proper small print. So obviously people are obviously just keeping the pre-orders thinking, okay, I'll just keep it as long as I want and I'll be fine. But obviously they need to be aware that if you don't reorder it within that window, you're going to...
You've then got to wait.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck with them. And there was people as well. Still, they've still got pre-orders open and people are buying them thinking, like, I'm going to get my card pretty soon. And they don't realise they're in a queue of thousands, like thousands of thousands. And people who have brought the card, like, instantly after, like, 2:05 or 2:10, like, PM, after, like, pretty much they went live at 2 p.m. And even the people, like, 5 minutes after aren't even getting the cards now. So
No, exactly.
I ordered mine an hour after. So I don't know when I would have got my card. It would have been ages and ages, but it was such a bad release. Like they had no stock. They had no stock. And then you had websites that were promising, pretty much lying to people that you were going to get your card. They didn't. I don't think even when I bought my card, it didn't even have pre-order. It just had
No, it didn't. No, because you said. So Ben, so you refunded your money. You eventually refunded your money, and then what did you do after that?
Okay, basically.
I don't mean to laugh.
Layers to this story, ladies and gents.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. So I bought a 2080 Ti off Amazon, thinking, Amazon, reputable business, decent business. So I did think nothing of it. I just add to cart, boom.
Because you just thought it was Amazon, didn't you? You didn't realise, as it comes to pass, it was a third-party seller.
Third party. I didn't realise. It said 2 days. I was thinking, 2 days?
This isn't Overclockers again, is it?
No. He's gone to Amazon and not realised that he's ordered from... Oh, yeah, it could be. It could be Overclockers, actually, yeah.
It wasn't Overclockers. But so I buy this 380. I'm thinking it's coming
because he's in panic mode now.
2080 Ti, and I got it for 520 quid. I think bargain.
Yeah.
So I buy it. It's saying It says you placed your order, but it never said dispatch at any point. It just said it's coming today. But like,
In the seller's description, I've got to say it. In the seller's description, it says, "Do us a favour before you order something. Contact us, phone us, or send us a mail before you order anything."
Before you order.
I've never seen that on Amazon in my life.
Never seen that. It said you have to email them before.
Yeah, don't place an order. Email us first.
After I saw it, I thought this would make it.
Ben's already paid this £500 odd
I
pound.
paid the money, but I thought I'd email. I thought I'd message them going, "Have you got it in stock?" Like that would make it any better.
Yeah, I just want reassurance.
But I waited until 8 o'clock and I saw like a van park up. I was thinking, oh god, it's coming.
Here it is.
I just expect you to
And
get
it's
a
the next
fucking
door.
note handed to you saying,
An Amazon van drove away.
Yeah, and it went to next door as well. So I remember at the time.
Me next.
I saw a van and I was thinking, oh god, they actually are coming. Maybe everyone else that was saying it was a scam was lying. And
He drove away.
for me, he drove away. But yeah, I look at Amazon now for this seller. It's got 3%, like in terms of its rating. So
Literally 3%.
so many downvotes for it and stuff. But Amazon, I know you're not watching this, but this seller's still selling. By the way, it's still out there, even though it doesn't have any products. It's still selling. You need to take it down. You said that you were looking into this, and I don't know why you.
No harm. Sorry, Ben. No harm. He sold a Super to get a TI, to get his 3080. So then he's bought a 2080 Ti. So he sold a Super so he could put money to get the 3080, and now he's buying the 2080 Ti.
And I have actually bought another 2080 Ti because I got a refund, and I thought, because I mean these 3080s, they're pretty much nobody's getting one. Like I haven't even seen anyone on Twitter really even say about them even getting one. So I thought I'd just get a 2080 Ti. I'll probably be happy with a 2080 Ti, to be fair.
Well, they'll still be relevant in 18 months.
So I got it for 600 quid from this guy off Amazon. Hopefully he's not scamming me.
We'll see.
I've spoken to him before. He emailed me, he showed me pictures of the product. He said it's coming in 48 hours.
So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So you went from a 3080. You know the worst thing you did was bloody sold your card.
I know.
But you needed that to support the purchase of the other one.
Yeah, I was naive thinking I was ever going to get a free 8.
So you've gone from wanting a 3080. So you've sold your GPU, your 2080 Super, so you could get your 3080.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. You went for a 2080 Ti to tide you over till there were more available.
Yeah.
That didn't happen due to alleged scam, who's now only got 3% rating on Amazon, which has got to be bad.
Which will all say it was a scam, by the way.
Yeah, all the reviews, I've seen them. I looked at them before. And so to now, you've gone to another third-party seller to order another Ti. So fingers crossed you'll get it this. Yeah, you'll get it this time. I have to disagree, Harem. I think the 2080 has still got legs. Definitely still got some legs. I'm actually running still a 1070, believe it or not, and I've honestly not had a problem with it. It's an EVGA one, so I mean it's a decent brand. Once the card starts failing and I just can't play games on it anymore, then I'll get something else. But I've actually been happy with the 1070. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Harem. I was a bit like that with Ben. He knows I can be quite brutal. At the end of the day, I would never have bought the 3080 just yet anyway. And I think, but I mean, I understand. Don't get me wrong, I want one, but I wasn't going to go, no, exactly.
I realise as well, like we're in a pandemic, so they're not going to, probably the stock as well was probably quite low as well. So
a lot of the blame apparently is on NVIDIA as well. Because they just didn't ship them out. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. So It's one of those.
But I think the way Overclockers handled it was ridiculous because they were selling product they just didn't have.
Still selling, by the way.
And what, they're still selling now?
Still selling pre-orders to people on the promise that they're going to get.
Not a good practice.
It's not good enough,
No.
That's a shift.
They're not going to get it, and overclockers know this. By the way, they know if you're like 4,000 in the queue, you're probably not going to get one anytime soon.
Yeah,
so.
it's going to be like next year at least. Yeah, at least next year, mid next year probably. But if you purchase something with the stipulation that say it was 30 days, say it was 30 days that they stipulated, look, if you don't refund, you can refund, but if you don't do it within 30 days, we have every right to keep your money till we got 3080s in stock. And in theory, you could wait years for the fucking thing, and they're holding on to your £1,000 whatever.
Well, that was the thing you were telling me as well about the interest, so they're just taking everyone's money.
Because when I had the shops, right, if I say, for argument's sake, because I used to supply products to colleges and big businesses, and what I would do is I would take the payment after 30 days, I would bill them, I would get the payment, and that would instantly go into this other account. Even though it was still a business account, it was an interest earning account. So for argument's sake, say I never did this because I only sold stock that I actually had in stock or knew that I'd ordered myself. So if I'd ordered, for argument's sake, 10 3080s, I would only sell 10 3080s, knowing that's all I was getting in. But you can have another account that's interest gaining, regardless if it's 0.5%, 1%. And we worked out that they, at the time, they've probably took was something like 6.5 million, Ben. We worked out in pre-orders, regardless if it's 1%, 0.5%, 0.25%, that they might have it in one of these accounts. That money will make interest, and they don't have to give you that back. They just have to give you the money back that you purchased that card for. So they potentially could be earning just a lot of money off holding that money in a bank account.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know interest rates on some bank accounts are as low as 0.1%.
Yeah.
And that's
like ISAs.
That's still over 500,000.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's easy. That's just,
Yeah, and that's just sat in the bank. They're not doing anything with it.
No,
it's just
they're not. No,
because I used to have people like, for argument's sake, and it is a practice that businesses do. Say, for argument's sake, I had planned a networking job for a company, which I did once, a company called PharmaTube. They make pharmaceutical tubes for like creams and stuff like that. And they basically paid me all the money because I was waiting for certain hardware that was going to take 3 or 4 months to turn up. And they were happy because of the relationship we had. They were happy to pay me up front. And that money went straight in that account that was earning interest. So if it ever came tits up that I couldn't get whatever I needed at the time, I could just give them back that money. I might have made £200, £2,000, whatever. But I'd still made money for doing absolutely nothing.
yeah,
just processing that payment.
I can't remember who said it, but I'm paraphrasing it, but there's a quote, and there's no greater force in the universe than compound interest. And it's fucking true.
It is. It definitely is. It definitely is. So anyway, I've enjoyed that tonight. I like the open mic nights where you can just talk about anything, and it's nice to see the people in the chat were getting involved. So I'm going to let the lads say goodnight and tell you a little bit about their channel once again. We always do this. We do it at the beginning and at the end. So I'm going to go to Stealth. A little bit about yourself, mate. Tell people about subscribing to your channel. Then we'll go straight over to Ben and we'll close the stream.
Evening, guys. I'm Stealth Slicer, as I mentioned at the beginning. My YouTube channel is just based on whatever games I fancy doing bits of commentary or bits of reviews on, or analysis, whatever I fancy doing. It's very chill, just relaxed. Feel free to have a look if you want. I haven't put out content for a while, but I do plan on getting back to it. But yeah, that's me. I'll pass over to Ben.
Yeah, so my name's North Cinematics, and if you like tactical games or you just, any sort of games, if you want to go check out my channel, North Cinematics, if you want to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, really enjoyed tonight's stream and hope you've enjoyed as well.
Excellent. Just to answer Harem, yeah, the open mic streams are always about an hour and a half. Yeah, yeah. So when we've got like Chris on and we've got topics that we want to discuss, it usually goes on for a couple of hours at least. But open mic nights, usually about an hour and change, like Stel said. Really enjoyed the stream tonight. A lot of interesting topics, a little bit of a change. Watched a bit of a video and we all came to the same conclusion. So I'm going to close off the stream. Don't forget to join myself, Stealth Slicer, Chris at CT Gaming if he comes next week, Ben obviously at North Cinematics, and maybe's we'll have the Slavic Pigeon next week. Maybe's have some topics. If you've got any topics you would like us to discuss, let us know on any one of our YouTube channels and we'll try to get onto that. And this is Mr. Devlin saying out.